Good day and welcome to Mission Control Houston, where the team of flight controllers is watching systems aboard the International Space Stations in support of the Expedition 31 crew aboard the space station. Commander Ola Kononenko, along with his Russian colleagues Gennady Padalka and Sergei Revin, and the two NASA astronauts, Joe Akaba and Don Pettit, along with European Space Agency astronaut Andrei Kuipers, all continuing through their day today as the space station orbits about 240 statute miles over the southern portion of South America after having completed several passes over the United States a little bit earlier in their day. It's been a very busy week for the crew aboard the International Space Station. Monday started off with a lot of cargo operations associated with the Dragon SpaceX vehicle that successfully splashed down yesterday in the Pacific Ocean after a 9-day mission. The crew did a lot of cargo operations and also completed some orientation for the new crew members, which are Joe Akaba, Sergei Revin, and Gennady Padalka, as they just arrived at the space station in mid-May. Tuesday was a very busy day as Andrei Kuipers took microbial samples for the return on SpaceX through various surfaces on the interior of the space station. A lot of routine housekeeping and filter cleaning, some periodic fitness evaluations to report to the doctors on the ground how the crew's doing. And again, more Dragon cargo operations, and also the Russians crew members were working with a new communications system, installing cables and software for that system. Wednesday was a procedure review for the final activities with the Dragon as the crew got ready to take it off the space station using Canadarm2 and release it for reentry. And they installed the controller panel assemblies on the Harmony common berthing mechanism port that was used by Dragon to get it ready for hatch closure. On Thursday, the crew did a stowage of final return items on the Dragon spacecraft, including those samples from the surfaces inside the space station. They closed the hatches on the Dragon spacecraft and then demated it from the Harmony module berthing port, the Earth-facing berthing port, and then eventually released the Dragon spacecraft. While they were doing that, their Russian colleagues were replacing 9 of 10 different smoke detectors that provide monitoring capabilities inside the space station. And then the crew monitored Dragon's re-entry and splashdown in the Pacific Ocean, which all went very well. Joe Akaba also provided blood and urine samples for experiments that are looking at how nutrition and microgravity affect the human body and how they might be related to long-term changes in eyesight for astronauts that could be important for both future human space travel for long distances and also for people here on the Earth who suffer from vision problems. Today is a final busy day for the crew on board the space station. That final Russian smoke detector replacement, more work with new communications systems. The Russians also continued work with their new MOCARD experiment that looks at how cardiovascular systems react to microgravity. One of the many research activities continuing on the space station, even in the face of all this commercial resupply activity. Joe Akaba providing more samples for those human research facility experiments, looking at how the body reacts to microgravity as well. Akaba also today supporting some kinematics as he looks at putting special markers in different places of his body, strategic locations, and then exercises on the treadmill system so that engineers and doctors on the ground can help calibrate the exercise equipment for Joe Akaba. Andrei Kuipers today worked with rotating one of the Japanese experiments racks out of its moorings for examination, and Don Pettit is working with the Space Acceleration Measurement System that measures the microgravity environments aboard the space station, and also with some adjustments to the inter-module ventilation system, the air ducts into the JAXA Kibo module, that laboratory provided by the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency. Don Pettit also is doing some sound level monitoring throughout the station, and he is doing some rearranging of some of the stowage in anticipation of the next cargo vehicle to the International Space Station. That'll be the Japanese HTV-3 cargo vehicle, which is scheduled to go up to the space station later this summer. So all in all, a very busy week for the crew on board the station, and a very full week and they're going to have an opportunity over the weekend to get some rest and relax before another week of heavy research operations next week.